basically chanting Om, we are touching the chords of our physical life and gradually trying to transcend beyond the physical to the non-physical, beyond the material to the non-matter, beyond this massed energy into a state of consciousness that pervades the whole universe. So my point is this, I'm just trying to share this with you because it's not just chanting Omkara to me, but understanding is more important. Whatever we do, if we do it because we have to do it, or somebody has asked us to do it, or we have seen somebody doing it, then maybe we are doing it without that depth of understanding the science behind it. But whenever we understand anything and then do it, the perspective changes, our perception changes, our experience changes, everything changes. So I'm just trying to explain this again and again, that we will chant this in such a manner that we can start with the open mouth of Ah and then go to the little closer, both of your lips, to Oo, and then when we take Ma, let's remember the sound of a bell and take Ma as long as we can take it through, as if why we are doing it like this, that we are taking a deep breath, so that when you are exhaling your breath, which is part of pranayama, when you are exhaling your breath, you are taking it as far as you can go to chant the last part of the Om. Is this clear, please, all of you? Let's do it together. Take a deep breath, please. Once again, deep breath. Once again, please. This time we will take the Omkara to the next stage of our meditation, when we are basically here trying to meditate upon the sound of Om. The object of our meditation. Meditation is always meditated upon something or the other, isn't it? So here we are trying to meditate upon what? The sound. One is when we see the God in a particular picture, that's a picture form of sound. But this is sound form of God. Omkara is the sound form of God. It's through sound that we are trying to go to the soundless state. And that's the reason Om is also called as Anahatanada, because it is the unstuck sound. This sound is there, though there is no friction to create the sound. Usually if I do like this, then the sound comes. But if I do like this, the sound doesn't come. It's only here the sound comes. So there's a friction. But Om is continually going on in each cell of our body. Nay, it's not just the each cell of our body, to every atom in the universe and multi-universes. In all the astral planes, in everywhere, wherever there is existence, manifestation, the sound of this cosmic sound is there everywhere. This is foundational to very existence. That's the reason when the yogis, they chant this Omkara. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna talks about meditating upon Om. Because when we are meditating upon Om, what happens? We are basically trying to connect to the very foundation of the entire cosmos. One is outside of us, and the other is inside of us. So first we are trying to see the universe outside of us, kind of objectified, kind of projection of our mind, but we are trying to now take the mind inward into our inner self and try to recreate that sound. And then through the sound we are trying to meditate upon that particular subtlest experience of our inner being, in which we become stilled in our mind. Our mind gradually becomes purged of all its materialistic dross or anything that brings the distractions of our mind. We are trying to gradually get into an unified state of that consciousness where we become one with the cosmic sound of Omkara. Take a deep breath, please. Become the witness as you produce the sound. As you start chanting this, now you become the witness of the sound. Try to track the sound from where it is coming, where it is sustained, and where it gradually dissolves or disappears. From appearance to disappearance. Try to track this whole Omkara with your mind, so that you can feel that your whole body and every atom of your body is also resonating with this cosmic sound and cleaning your mind, detoxifying your body, detoxifying your mind, and gradually bringing you into a state of happiness, relaxation, and absolute peace in the inner state of your mind. Take a deep breath again. Once again, please. Now become the witness to the change in the vibration of your body. Meditate upon your whole body now. Just become aware about your body, the external sheath of your true self. Feel how the vibrations have changed. The energy of your body is now no longer the one that was there. You feel as if it is bathed from inside with the sacred syllable, with the sacred mantra of Om. You are now basically an observer. You're trying to observe the outer part of yourself, your body. Try to feel your body. Try to feel your skull, your hairs, your head, your forehead. And relax. Feel your eyes. And just allow every tissues to just open up. And bathed in divine light. Feel all the facial muscles gradually and gradually melting and try to visualize kind of a hallowed light all around your head. Each one of us have it. We do not know it. That is what aura is. Now feel that you have an aura of light all around your head. Gradually move down to your shoulders and try to drop your shoulders consciously. Feel both of your arms and your hands, your palms, fingers, tips of your fingers, as if you were traveling to different parts of your own body, willfully, consciously, mindfully. If you can concentrate for a few seconds on the center of your palms, you'll start feeling a sensation there. Just your mind at the center of your palms will give you an experience that your body is not made up of bones and flesh and muscles, but your body's energy and vibrations. Your whole body is vibrating with the rest of the universe all the time. We are never for a moment disconnected from the universe. The whole universe is breathing through us. It's not that I breathe. The trees and plants belong to this universe. They breathe through me. With the whole of cosmos I am alive, but I am not alive separately. I'm united. I'm with one. Once again, get back to your shoulders and feel your chest and relax all the muscles around your chest. For a few seconds you can listen to the beats of your heart, as if you are meditating upon this most vital organ of your body with a sense of gratitude. Thank your heart. Just say, I'm so thankful to you. Ever since I was born, you have never ceased your walk, even when I was in deep sleep. You have pumped the blood and allowed every cell of my body to be alive. Thank you. Thank you for being healed and healthy. I'm so happy. I have a healthy heart. Move down to your abdomen and relax all the muscles around your abdomen. Down you go to your thighs, relaxing all the muscles. As the mind suggests, so the body follows. Say relaxed, the body becomes relaxed. Take the mind to any part of your body and suggest relaxation. The body follows. For mind is the master of the body. Move down further to the calves. Down you go to your ankles and to your toes of your feet. Feel each toe separately. Now you are becoming more and more mindful about your whole body. The body is so happy that for the first time you are so deeply recognizing it. You are recognizing every part of the body with your sense of awareness, consciousness. You are conscious of every part of your body. This is a direct healing process. Whenever we do this, we are healing our body. No medicine can ever come closer to this natural state of evoking the innate healing powers that God has given us from our very birth. But when we lead an unconscious life, non-meditative life, unmindful life, then we lose these healing powers. At this moment, we are trying to reconnect to that inexhaustible resource within each one of us, the resource of God-given healing energy. It can heal any disease in our body or mind. We just have to trust our own healing energies. We just have to affirm, reaffirm and confirm that I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy. Now we can gradually come to your breaths for a few seconds. Take a deep breath together. Hold for a few seconds, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, and then exhale out. You can exhale through your mouth or through your nostrils. Now this time we'll take a deep breath, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale through our mouth. Now gradually get into irregular breaths. For the next few seconds, please observe your breaths. As you breathe in, say, I'm consciously breathing in. I'm consciously breathing out. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. Breaths have magical powers. This is the only thing that can all agitations of our emotions. Breaths can transform man into God. Yogis have always used their breaths as a key to unlock the limitless treasures that lie hidden in the very core of our heart, not the physical heart. This heart is the center of our universe. This heart is the center of our being. This heart is the center of our existence. It's deep within us. You can say this is the core of our being. And at the core of our being is God, which is pure silence, pure blissfulness. There is no desire there. There is no thought vibrations there. It's a still state of mind, pure and perfect. Natural happiness abides in abundance. That's what the yogis, in their deepest state of samadhi, absorption, where the mind is completely merged into the divine, experience an ecstasy of joy beyond any human pleasures, beyond any temporary happinesses that come and they go. Only through this meditative process of self-introspection, of self-study, of self-observation, of self-actualization, can we gradually get this practice into our brain, so that our brain can learn how to keep quiet even when things outside are not very pleasant to us. We have to train our brain for it. Meditation is a gradual training of our brain in practicing calmness, relaxation, rejuvenation, regeneration, and a state of health and happiness. Feel the energy outside of you and inside of you. Feel your feet touching the ground. If you're sitting, feel yourself touching the ground in sitting posture. Ground yourself and express gratitude to the whole of the universe. The universe is so kind to you, to have gifted you this human body, which alone can realize the essence of awareness, of self-awareness. Express your gratitude to your parents, to your ancestors, whose blessings you carry in your very genes. Express your gratitude to all the holy ones of all faiths and traditions in the world who came before us and left for us their legacies of how to live a life that can bring forth the true human qualities of love, gratitude, and fellow feelings, of mutual help and mutual sustainability. Once again, let us say Om Shanti 3 times. Take a deep breath. Please gradually open your eyes when you are ready. Do you all feel relaxed? Do you all feel sleepy? I'll tell you a story today. In the meantime, we can prepare his tabla. And that is about, it's quite some time back in India. In India, I was invited to Hyderabad, where there's a National Police Academy. National Police Academy in India is situated in Hyderabad. So there are all these probationary, IPS officers who go through training, police officers. And then I was to do a stress management with them. Obviously, police people are the most stressed ones. And so the best part was that I started my program with a little bit of suggested meditation, which you call as guided meditation. And it was a wonderful auditorium, state-of-the-art auditorium, the best sound system. So I just whispered a couple of words and wanted them to gradually close their eyes. And they just followed, and there's a pin of silence everywhere. It was not even more than a minute or so I went through that guided meditation. In one corner of that auditorium, I said,
That was nice.
I said, oh God, so soon a lion inside. But that was not one. Soon, the lion said, I'm also here. And that was not enough. The third one says, I'm here. And then 5, 7, 9. I said, now. And then I really was confused. Should I proceed or stop?
We're all gonna fall asleep.
Because if I proceed, I was not very sure what's going to happen after that. Because there was snoring going all around. This is to just share with you how much fatigue we are holding in ourselves, of the body, without our knowledge. More importantly, what I'm trying to share with you is this, that because they are on and on and on and on and on, and they just sleep at night and get up in the morning and start the same routine again, none of us know that our sleep is not enough good rest. This is the point I'm trying to make with this joke. That it was not just the whole auditorium sounding the roaring lions, But more importantly, the message that came to me was this: how much sleep deprived they are. But it is not about those people, it's with each one of us. Because there are two kinds of rest that we can have to our. One, the rest that we put ourselves when we go to our bed and we have our sleep. But during the sleep, we don't get into that state which can really do the restorations and take away all the fatigue and give us a thorough rest at night. Most people wake up, but then again they are not done enough. But my second thing, most importantly, that I want you to carry with you back is this. It is only through meditation, I repeat, it's only through meditation that you can give a thorough rest to your body. Because the level of relaxation you reach through meditation, the level of healing that you can do through meditation, the levels of your subconscious mind that you can penetrate during meditation, the transformations that can happen during the time of meditation, none of it happens during sleep. I'm talking about the level, degrees of it. Yes, it happens. Otherwise, how are we alive today? We rest at night and we are so active in the day. And that's what we have been doing for all along. But my point is this. I just want to share with you the story of my Gurudev's Gurudev life. We call it Param Guru. Okay? It so happened that in a Himalayan cave, my Param Gurudev was from Himalayas, one Parapara Guru, my Gurudev's Gurudev. My Gurudev's Gurudev was also from Himalayas. Param Gurudev's Devgiri Maharaj, he was very young at that time and he was a sannyasi. So he took sannyas and he was with his Gurudev for a while, and then the Gurudev went up into the mountain somewhere in a particular cave. And inside the cave he was in deep meditation. But before he sat for the meditation, he told this boy, he was young at that time, my Gurudev's Gurudev, Param Gurudev, whose name is Devgiri Maharaj. He said, okay, you sit at the door of there's no door opening, at the opening of the cave that was there. And he said, you lit your fire, and he had his own fire inside. So we call it dhuni. So the dhuni was inside, and there was another dhuni with our Param Gurudev. But it so happened that as the Parapara Gurudev, my Vijnananda Saraswati Maharaj, when he was deeply absorbed in his samadhi, outside at the door, at the mouth of this particular cave, sitting our Param Gurudev, he was gradually, because it was so cold outside, somehow or the other, he got into a little bit of sleepy state. And he was almost asleep. And even when he was asleep, during sitting and meditating, and the dhuni was on, but he didn't see gradually the dhuni was getting down. And because he was sleepy, he couldn't understand that something was not going right. And he was feeling more cold because there was no fire there. And then at one point he found that the fire was completely off, gone. He woke up due to the excessive cold. And then he found that the fire was out. And then what he did is that he thought what to do about it. Because it was so freezing cold and he was not very old enough also. So he immediately thought the best thing that I can do is I can go inside and I can take a little bit of fire from my Gurudev. My Gurudev is inside and there is a fire inside. I can take a little bit of fire from there and lit my fire again and start my meditation. So he went inside without disturbing his Param Gurudev, his Gurudev. He took the fire. When he was about to take the fire and move, the Gurudev's words come. What are you doing? He said. He was caught. He thought the Gurudev is in Samadhi, so he would know, he will take the fire and go and have it lit. But he just gradually spoke out. What are you doing? He said. He didn't answer because he knew what he's doing and he knew what Gurudev must be thinking about me. He said, did you come here to spend your time in sleeping? Just saw this out. Did you come here to spend your time in sleeping? He asked. And the boy walked out. He went and sat. And in that freezing cold, he took a vow in his life. This is how great Mahatmas are born. From one word of the mouth of the Guru. Have you come here to sleep? That's all. He didn't say anything more, anything less. But that triggered in the heart of a genuine seeker of God, not just one of the many seekers and practitioners of yoga. I'm not talking about it. A bud that one day would flower into a great yogi of the Himalayas whose name was Devgiri Maharaj. So what a vow he took, Till I attain to my self-knowledge, till I attain to my self-realized state, I'll never sleep. And from that day on, he did not sleep. He went on and on and on and on with the practice of meditation. After 12 long years of not sleeping for even a wink of sleep, he attained to self-realization.
Is it really possible not to sleep for 12 years?
Marina, the whole concept of possibility is a question coming from your mind.
Yeah.
And you know very well, if there is one thing in this world which is limited in its scope, it's the mind attached to ignorance. Not mind itself. Because mind attached to ignorance can always tell you your limitations. Mind attached to the divine, same mind, try to understand this. Mind can be attached to the world. Mind can be attached to anyone in the world. Mind can be attached to anything in the world. Isn't it true?
Yeah.
The mother's mind is attached to the child. Husband's mind is attached to the wife. Good friend, very intimate friend, attached to each other. So mind is, or this is my house. You live here for days and months and years and keep repeating the back of your mind, this is my house. That's neighbor's house. So your mind gets completely identified with this building as if it is his. So now the mind is objectified, or mind is consciousness. Now look, that consciousness which is expansion is gradually become limited in scope. How? Only when it gets attached to either persons or objects of this world. Then it is becoming limited. The more attached you are, more is the scope for pain in your life and suffering in your life. You love your mother and you suddenly find your mother is not well. She's really suffering and she's crying. You also start to cry. Isn't it what we do? But there are so many people suffering in this world. You don't cry. You cry only when there is a deep bonding of attachments. That's from there will come all pain and all suffering. This is also mind. My point is, this is mind. Mind, when it is attached to the world, is ignorance. The same mind over a long period of time, under the guidance of some mentor, someone somewhere, who can guide you to take your mind to these meditative processes, understanding the very signs of meditation, prayerfulness, japa, or whatever, then what happens? Gradually, your mind's power now starts to expand. That means scope is becoming bigger. The mind's horizon is rising now. The same mind, which was limited in its scope, the same mind which used to be afraid, scared, nervous, so fearful, anxious, worried, chased by all negative emotions, same mind. Now the situations outside remaining the same. You are not reacting like that. It is the same mind. Even the external situations and circumstances also are the same. But how is it that you are not reacting the same way? Now, because your mind's power to realize the fragility of the externalities, the temporariness of the externalities. That means if something is not right now, doesn't mean it is going to be not right forever. It's also an understanding of the mind. Something happens, I get puzzled. This is a mind. But because this mind has been trained to be like this, imagine another mind which is trained to gradually rise above the reactive fields. Now the same situations will be there, but will not react so much. That is yogi's mind. Who is a yogi and who is us? Yogi is one. He is also a human being, like any one of us. The only thing is that over a period of time, he has trained his brain, he has trained his mind to uplift, to go a little beyond these typical attachments and pain and suffering, to attaching to some higher frequencies, attaching to some higher values, attaching to something of a higher knowledge field. As a result, what will happen? The mind's power will expand. That expanded power of mind, you can say, is what is called the purity of mind. Baba Loknath very simply says, all sadhanas, all disciplines, all practices, everything ultimately is toward one purpose. And what is it? Purification of mind. Whatever the technique you adopt, whatever the sadhana that you do, whether you are moving on the path of bhakti, where you are just talking to your beloved Lord with all the heart and you are crying and you are talking, that's the path of bhakti. Even that is also a path. And someone is sitting in pure meditation and trying to feel that witnessing self and the mind as a floating, clouds on the space of the mind. Now, these are the two different paths. But both the two paths will meet at one point. What is that? Purified state of mind. Impure state of mind is ignorance. Purified state of mind is knowledge. Jnana. And it's only through jnana, it's only through knowledge, it's only through this wisdom that one can ultimately tear the veil that separates us between me and my divine. Only the knowledge that separates, all the separation is caused by the lower field of the mind. And as we practice this every day, over a period of time, you'll find it's gradually rising and rising and rising. Things will be so much the same, but you will not remain the same. You, the observer, will be different. You, the observer, will be different.
Sorry.
So we'll go
It's alive.
we'll go in little bhajans now. Kirtans. Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. So he put his mind to not to sleep, and then obviously
12 years. Our Param
years.
Gurudev, our Param Gurudev did not sleep for 12 years. Young boy, he took a vow.
And he sat in meditation for 12 years.
He went on.
In one position.
No, he served his Guru, but he didn't sleep.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question about if you are more, as your mind becomes more pure, do you love people differently? So I have a bond to my children, for example, and my dear friends. Is that different as my mind changes? Does it change? Does that love become greater for everybody? What is it?
As such, in simple words, I will say only one word that will satisfy you. At this point, you're loving your children, you're loving your friends, you're loving the world. But you are not without your expectations. Yes or no? At some point or the other, you will always have some subtle expectations of your mind and your subconscious mind. Even if you say that, no, I'm not, I don't expect, but I'll say, yes, you do expect. You do not know it. Because you expect subconsciously, not consciously.
Yeah.
Even your subconscious expectations are your expectations. So try to understand this. Pure love expects nothing. Through this meditative process, as you gradually grow through the different subtle stages of your own mind and its purification, the more the mind is purified, more the need for expectation disappears. Need for expectation. Try to note the point.
Yeah.
Because what happens, the more you have pure love or pure mind, more what will happen, you know? The love that you start getting from the universe, not just human beings, not from your children alone. Even a little bit of a rustle of a leaf, or even an old dry birch leaf falling off the tree, could create a music that you would never hear anywhere else. A true lover of God is one who sees the nature as the ultimate manifestation of God. Then the whole universe, the whole nature starts to speak to him. Where is his time only to give his to his child? He will give time to everything around. So filled to the brim inside that there is no even need for expecting that the child will give me back or my husband will give me back the way I am giving. Try to understand this. If I give so much of love to my husband, back of my mind, willingly or unknowingly, knowingly or unknowingly, I have some expectations. And if he doesn't fulfill those expectations of mine, at some point from inside, some murmur will come. Why? Why? And this why is coming from your subconscious mind, not from your conscious mind. And you do not know your subconscious mind because it's oceanic in its depth. You only know the tip of the iceberg, which is your conscious mind. Obviously, in this plane of consciousness where we have so much of love for each other, we would always nurture this because these are our stepping stones toward that higher form of love. Where one day we will do this, but simultaneously we will practice meditation. Simultaneously we will practice mindfulness. What's mindfulness? To be where you are. You can't be at the kitchen and doing something which is not to deal with the kitchen. Your body is in a place, your mind is somewhere else. That's not mindfulness. That's the reason when children sit on their desk and study, we say, pay attention, pay attention. Because we know the child is on the ground playing, though the body is at the desk. But that's exactly what we do all the time. We walk but we walk unconsciously. We talk unconsciously. We listen unconsciously. We do unconsciously. Thus unconsciousness has become the way of life for us. Meditation gradually takes our mind and its impurities of unconsciousness to the later stages of little purification, so that we can see through the haze of this unconsciousness and we can see the light. So yes, your question is very simple, the best. As you move in the path of your spiritual progress, this very thing is going to happen. You will do the same things as you were doing previously, but your state of inner happiness will be different. Because now you are no longer attached to the outcome. You are no longer attached to the results. You are doing it, but not celebrating only when success greets you. You are doing it, but equally celebrating when failure greets you. That's the pure state of your mind. Impure state of mind. Success comes and you are celebrating with your whole community, whole world. Pure state of mind. A great upheaval has come into your life. You are still. You are watching. You know, this too shall pass. Why should I get attached to this? This too shall pass. This is the higher state of mind. That was a lower state of mind. Oh, what's happening? What will happen? What should I do? What should I not do? This is the lower state of mind. Attached to the ground level. By ground I mean the gravitational pull of the mind. So as you meditate, you are encouraging the levitating energies of your mind, so that even when bounded by the forces of negative emotions and stuff around, you still can uplift yourself. It's almost like it's by your will. So, in a higher state of purified mind, your love becomes universal. Your child is included in it. Your husband is included in it. Your parents are included in it. But they receive the same amount of love which a person on the street receives from you. No difference. Now there is a difference. Because you are attached. And there, you are attached to the divine, not detached. If I say detached, you'll say, oh, detachment. No, I'm not saying detached. At the higher level, you are not detached. At a higher level of the mind, you are attached now also. But you are attached to the higher frequencies, where peace, love, compassion, forgiveness, and everything in an expanded form prevails without your efforts. You are like that eagle which has gone high in the sky, but you don't flutter your wings anymore. Yet you glide. Yet you glide and you glide and you glide and you do it as if you are dancing with your own rhythm. And there's no effort. Effortlessly you are happy. Now also you are happy, but you put a lot of efforts for it. Purified state of mind, you are like that eagle. Effortlessly you are happy. Thank you. I love to see the eagles when they fly.
Yeah.
If I ever catch a sight of it, I can't just move away from that place. I keep just looking at this unique manifestation of the divine to teach me a lesson.
Totally.
The
Same
God
for
talks to
me, yeah.
you. There is as if the God is talking to you. Look here.
Yeah.
This is what is effortless bliss.
Are you gonna look the same if I'll start flying?
Yeah, Beautiful.
Maybe 24 years of meditation. It's so want to fly.
We don't have a harmonium today.
Yeah, I would have bought it. I didn't realise it.
It's okay.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Pahi Mam. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Raksha Mam.
जय गणेश जय गणेश mantra?
mantra, well, we are basically praying to the Divine Mother, who is the source of all light, the source of all creations. We are praying to her that she enlightens our buddhi, she enlightens our intellect. At this moment, our intellect can only perceive the material part of life. We see only things materially all around us. So our buddhi, that means our intellect, is only able to perceive the material external part of life, or things, or persons. When we are seeing a person, we are seeing the material part of the person. We are not seeing the person. None of us are seeing the person. We are seeing the material part of the person. But when our buddhi, through her divine grace, why we are praying to her? So that the divine grace can descend into us. What will happen if we boil this Gayatri, the Rishi is praying to the Divine Mother, bestow us that light, give us that light, by which my intellect can go beyond this material cluster, as if my eyes are veiled with a cataract. Yes, I can see things, but things are a little blurry. I can't see things clearly. This blurry vision is the materialistic vision of life. Yes, we are seeing things. Indeed, we are seeing things, but we are not seeing the real thing. If all of us would have seen the real thing, then there will be no war in this world. There will be no dissatisfaction in this world. There will be nothing like lack of peace anywhere. Because we are not seeing the real things, what's happening again and again to us is that we are not happy with unreality. We want to see the real, but all the time we are seeing the unreal, and we are not happy about it. We are complaining. No, I'm not happy about it. We are saying, no, we are not happy. Actually, when I'm saying that I'm not so happy, I'm not so contented, I'm not so, things are okay, good, but at the moment the but comes, that means somewhere I'm expressing an inner dissatisfaction. About what? Truth is, I'm saying again and again, I'm not happy only to live in the world of unreality. That's my indirect way of saying. The actual experience, what I'm going through is, I'm only seeing the unreality. I'm not seeing the real thing. Only a few people here and there in the world have seen the real things, and they have spoken to us. We read their biographies, we read their books, and we say, wow, is this also possible? Can this really happen? Is this reality something which I too can see? Something like this happens to us. And it's not that we don't have glimpses of it at times. In our own meditative practices, in our own prayerfulness, in our own times of maybe just looking blankly to the nature without any intentions. At times some higher wisdom flashes through our brain. And we perceive certain things which are close to some glimpses of the reality. But just because we cannot sustain it, at that moment I am very happy, but when I get back to my unreal state, again I am dissatisfied. Again I start complaining. Again I start saying no, something like this. No to what? No to unreality. Not no to this person and that person, this thing and that thing. These are symbolic. My deep-seated dissatisfaction is because I'm forced to live in a world which is unreal. And my innermost core is pure reality. This is a heavy contradiction. Imagine I am pure and real. And everybody tells me you are unreal. How long can I take it? I'm a pure person by heart, by soul. And everybody tells me, do you know, these are the things you have which are not right. I'm dissatisfied. Because deep inside I know I'm pure. But outside, I'm not. This is a battle that is going on between me and me. It's not about others and me. It's right in me, in me. There are two cells working continuously. And these two shells have to one day merge. They have to be brought closer to each other. By what? By these prayers, by this prayer to the Divine Mother, that you enlighten our buddhi. Only when the buddhi, that means only the intellect, becomes cleaner. Only when the intellect becomes little more purer. It's almost like I have these glasses, but maybe there are some smudges. I can see through the glasses, but because of the smudges, I'm not able to see it plainly. As a result, I'm complaining about this thing, complaining about that thing. In the family life, you'll see everywhere. Everybody is complaining all the time. Even if things are right, still they complain. Not because of any other reasons. These smudges of unreality. We are all wearing these glasses and seeing this world outside. And these glasses is our mind and intellect. To this body, mind, intellect. These are the three instruments we have in this world. So when we are using the body, the mind and the intellect being impure is not able to show us the reality. And we are not satisfied. I want milk, pure milk. And you are offering me what you call as, that buttermilk. I want pure milk. And you are offering me buttermilk, saying, this is also, I know this is milk, but this is not milk. So I can't be happy with buttermilk. I want pure milk. So the same thing is happening to me in my life. Deep inside, I'm pure and perfect. But I have to live with all kinds of unrealities and imperfections. And between these two, there is a continuous conflict. I cannot understand why this is happening. This cannot be understood through logic, through rationalizations, through any amount of study, through any amount of listening lectures, through any amount of knowledge that is brought from inside, outside in. Only if I start reflecting upon my own intellect, my own intellect, and then pray to the Divine Mother. Now, you are the only one who can bring little more light to my intellect. And the moment little more light comes into my intellect, I can see clearer. That means I can have glimpses of more realities. And what realities I'll see? That all these separations are myths. There's no separations. It's all made up on stuff. And obviously, the moment I see that we are all one, made of the same thing, where are the differences? Where is pain? Where is suffering? It becomes completely a state of happiness and nothing less than happiness. So that's the reason here the Rishi is praying to the Divine Mother, bless me with that intellect which by thy grace can alone come to me. That intellect Dhiyo yonaha prachodayat. Dhiyo yonaha. Give me that dhi, not buddhi. I have buddhi. So you don't have to give me. You've already given me that. It's not working. I've tried all my life. It has not worked. I have found happiness, but it never stayed. I found my health. It never stayed. I found the person whom I can love, but it never stayed. Nothing that I thought is permanent really came to make me believe it is truly permanent in real sense. So there, I am coming to you finally, O Mother. Give me that buddhi, dhi, yo yonaha, prachodat, give me. Prachodat means do give me. What? That enlightened consciousness, that enlightened intellect, that purified intellect. Through that glass, if I see this world, I'll have no more questions, no more answers. All questions are gone, along with all the answers. Because questions and answers are coming from the same source of ignorance. Both the question comes out of ignorance, answers also come out of ignorance, because they are coming from mind. And mind is the source of ignorance.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So, as long as we are within the bound of mind, here I am praying to the Divine Mother, it's my intellect. Because the intellect is guiding the mind. It's a higher boss. Body and then the mind. And the boss is intellect. Intellect decides whether this is right or wrong. Should I take left or should I take right? This is the intellect, not your mind. Nishchayatmika buddhi. Nishchayatmika means that which nishchays, that means that which says yes, affirms, confirms. That's the job of the buddhi. You can see million things, but who defines what is what? It is buddhi. So until such time our intellect goes through a process of purging of the unreal and gradually evolves into a state of reality, the mind at the same time cannot see the reality. So the buddhi has to be first purified. Only with a purified buddhi, only with a purified state of intellect, we can have the knowledge, not of the materialistic part of the knowledge, but deeper into the subtler part of the same material cluster, where we'll see the actual reality hidden, and then it blossoms. That which is there eternally just blossoms. It's not that it has to be imposed from outside. It's there for us. So every great rishis and great yogis and great mahatmas are always telling us one thing. You are not going to get anything in this world of spirituality. You are only going to get rid of things which are the obstacles to your spiritual realization. If you have started into the world of spirituality and meditation, that you are going to get A, you are going to get B, you are going to get C. Year 1 you get A level, year 2 you get B level, year 3 you get C level. Yes, as a business proposition, it's fantastic. Which most of the gurus like us do. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 5 and all that stuff. But my point is very clear. It's ultimately how we take our mind and our intellect into the process of surrendering to the higher light and allow the impurities to be gradually over a period of time purified, purged, removed. We have to have patience. We have to have patience. The second most important thing we all have to have is trust. Today or tomorrow, the divine grace will descend. And I'll be able to see what I came to see as a human on this planet. Animals can't see. Animal can see many things in this world which humans cannot see. But animals can never see what is self-awareness. Animals can never experience what is self-revealed knowledge. Animals can never perceive anything which humans can do at a higher state of consciousness of samadhi. It is exclusive birthright of humans. Only this human body, as long as it is alive, it could be alive for 30 years, 300 years. As long as this human body is alive, so long the opportunity for us is alive. Opportunity for what? To scale the heights of different levels of buddhi. To scale the height of different levels and layers of human consciousness of mind. And then reach to a point wherein you have nothing to quarrel with anybody. You're no longer confused. You don't need any efforts anymore for anything, even for your happiness. You are happiness. You are peace. You are love. All that you have been thinking, you will have to find love from someone, peace from some situations and circumstances. So you all started getting those people who will love, creating those situations which will create peace, all the life's investment of emotion into it. And then finally, so my goodness, I'm old, worn out, I can't even stand these days properly. I can't even sit for a longer time. The body is not helping me to do the meditation these days. And then you have started your journey. It's too late. Today is the time to explore the world of unreality to a true depth. Baba Loknath's একটা কথা আছে, তিনি অগ্রে অসার খোদিতে বলেন, by which Baba says that to begin with, the true teacher, what he does is, he tells his disciple to know the unreality in its real sense. To know what ignorance is, itself is knowledge. Because when you truly know the ignorance, ignorance is dispelled. In dream state, if you suddenly realize you are dreaming, dream disappears. Yes or no? In dreaming state, if suddenly you realize, oh, I'm dreaming, do you continue to dream? No. You can't be ignorant. When you become knowledgeable about your ignorance, the more conscious, the more aware about your nitty-gritties of your ignorance of daily life and living in your daily ways, the more awakening comes and greets your daily life. And then you find you're doing the same things, but differently. The difference is this, that now your consciousness is shifted. Previously it was always, I'm doing it, but I want everybody should be around peaceful, and then I'll be doing it right. Where's the guarantee? Anybody can go into fits of anger. Anybody can shout at the peak of their voice. Who knows what? Unpredictable, uncontrollable are the human unconscious states. People have been continually pre-packaging their subconscious mind with certain habits, and they continue those habits again and again, and they don't do it. Their body does it. Now their mind don't have to do it. If somebody gets into anger, don't think that person is getting into anger. It's wrong to think. That person is not getting into anger. That body is getting into anger. The body has learned the art of mind now. It has imbibed the quality of mind. Now the body gets angry and does all the tantrums. But the language will be the same. The expression of the face will be the same. The expression of the eyes will be the same. Because body's language is now the same. We are praying to the Divine Mother for what? We are praying to the Divine Mother that she brings to us that little polish over our intellect. It's a diamond, but too much of mud. Our intellect is a diamond, but it is covered with mud. So we are asking the Divine Mother, Dhiyo yonaha prachodayat. You alone can remove this mud from the diamond of my intellect, so that it can sparkle again, so that it can conceive, perceive, realize, understand, and get absolutely reveal the reality of this universe. I have no more questions, no need for answers. That's the state of enlightenment, where you no longer have questions, nor do you wait for any answers. It's a state where questions and answers are irrelevant. Only what is, and as is the best. As is the best. So there is no question why it is like this, why it is not like this. That question dissolves with enlightened state. Then it's not even accepting as is, it's acceptance. It's there in the brain, in that mind of highly enlightened soul. It's like there. It's such a joy. Where all answers dissolve, all questions dissolve. And you are just available like a divine child of absolute awe and amazement and wonderment, and you see everything as is, so beautiful, ultimate. That's what celebration is all about. Thank you. I know more. No, that's for today. That's for today.
Wow. Thank you.
আরেকটা গান করে দিই।
মায়ের নাম কৃষ্ণ।
মায়ের নামটা কর। আজ দেবাশিস আছে একটুখানি গান কর। I'm sorry, I'm talking. I thought she'll sing and you can play the tabla. These things come flowing, I can't even stop.
It's just everything is perfect. Yes, we needed to hear it.
Yeah. So that when time comes, it can pop up into our mind and instantly allow us to open to the Divine Mother and say, when are you going to show me the next level of reality? This level of reality I'm seeing every day. But only you and your grace can show me. I repeat it. You and your grace. Only by the grace of one who has bound me can I be released. The one who has bound me with the chains of Maya, only she can remove these chains, unfetter these chains, and take me to that light. So our prayers has to be always to the Mother. It's not in my power to release myself. It is not in my power to become enlightened. It is not within my power to realize myself. Even if I try to do it for 1,000,000 years and 1,000,000 births, it still can't wait. But yes, by thy grace, it can happen this moment. Tvang vai prasanna bhui mukti hetu. So beautifully, the Rishi has sung the ultimate reality. He says, Tvang vai prasanna bhui mukti hetu. Tvang vai prasanna means only when thou art pleased. When alone you are pleased, we do not know. When we do not know. Because only when thou art pleased. Tvang vai prasanna. Prasanna means pleased. only when thou art pleased. Bhumimukti hetu. Then and then alone I can be unchanged and I become free. Yes. I think it's time for your food. We are crossing the time. Mega? Atta kore de, they'll have their prasad now. It's getting late.
No, Baba, it's not getting late.
You're okay. Can I ask something?
Go.
You said not to ask things. No.
You are,
Just,
you
you
are,
said,
you are absolutely beautiful when you are asking.
yes, we love it. It's so natural. I don't want it to be too late, but just, you said about million births and you just spoke. Do we come back in our form multiple times, or is this form the only time that we're in this form?
Yeah.
Well,
Because the seed of this body, is based on your past desires that were unfulfilled. In this particular body, you're doing two things together. Burning off old desires. Is this clear for all of you? In our human body, we do two things every day. First, we burn off our past. That's what we call as prarabdha or karma. Oh, it was my karma to see these things. That's you're burning off. So one is you burn off your past karmas. That means which you have brought along with you. Second, simultaneously, on the basis of your experience every day, you also do things by which you get into new karma. You are seeing something and very deeply wish, if only I had this. Oh, if only I had this. I wished I had it. I wished I had it. I wished I had it. You do not know. You are creating a karma. You are impregnating into your deeper state of mind by this repetition a desire for something, and the Divine Mother will never ever allow you to go without your wish being fulfilled. If not in this birth, after 10 births. No desire will go unfulfilled. Become aware of this truth, that desires don't go unfulfilled. And we come to this world again and again only because we need to complete the cycles of the desiring mind. Now what happens? A soul, when it ripens and matures, maybe the last couple of births I'm talking about. What are the manifestations? A soul which is going to have a couple of more births and then is done. What will be the manifestation? Simple manifestation. Not so much interested about too many things of life. Whatever I have, fine. I'm really happy. Something like this. The expression is something like, oh no. There are many things which are going wrong. Not so much reactive. Whereas now, your desire to see things in a particular way also is diminishing. Yes or no? There's also a desire. It should be like this. The husband says it should be like this. That is husband's desire. The wife says, sorry, you are absolutely mistaken. I don't agree with you. Wife's desire to see the same thing differently. That's another desire. So here there is a conflict of desires. As a result, what happens? The family peace is broken and shattered.
Problems.
Huh? But then again, out of what is happening? It's happening out of desires. We think desire means I have to have this food or that food, buy this or buy that. No. Even to your desire to see certain things certain way, that's also a desire. And you force yourself to create that. You buy anything to create that. You would invest anything to create that. Your births are decided by your desires. The day your desires are no longer there, it's not that you have to go to any Babaji to ask a question, when I'll be free. You are freed. Then and there. Because there is no need for you to come here. Why should you come to this plane of consciousness? You come because there are many experiences you need. You means your soul needs to go. Your mind doesn't want it. Your mind will reject, but your soul will accept. That's the reason to many of people when they sometimes come and ask me, Baba, why this is happening? I never wanted this. I said, your mind doesn't want, but your soul wants. That is prarabdha. It's a demand of the soul. You have engraved in it. From yawns you have brought along with you. You have to finish them up. Otherwise you will not be freed. So when you go through the suffering, don't complain.
Be careful. That's why we say be careful.
Just as you don't complain when you are going through your pleasures. When you are having your ultimate pleasures, you don't complain. Happily accept it. 1 or 2 births, when you are about to be finally freed, you neither complain when things are not going your way. That means the desire to see things always right is also going off from you. Because nothing is right, nothing is wrong. Only your smudged glasses are wrong. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong. Only our glasses are right, our glasses are wrong. That's all. This is last but one birth. That's the reason you'll find such a person will become naturally peaceful. Very few desires, very contented. Ahimsa doesn't want to be violent with anybody or anything because he doesn't want to see the world as he wants to see it. He, the ego. No. Now the ego is sublimized to a higher level of consciousness. Do not do that. These are signs and symptoms of an elevated soul. The more elevated you are in your spiritual consciousness, calmer you become, less quarrelsome you become, less need for showing others the path to truth you become. There's no need. If anybody comes to you for any help, you help. But you don't expect that particular person is going to be helped. You do what you can. In that way, you lead a life which is so much peaceful from inside that you affect many lives without you doing it.
Yeah.
A social worker will go to the society to do community service. Ego is doing it. But a holy person will do the same community work. It's the holiness doing it. It's not XYZ doing it for some tag.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a social worker and a seeker of truth and a lover of God doing the same service. There's a difference. Difference what? Level of expression of ego and ego's expectations. How long you're going to come to this world? As long as your ego is alive.
And then what?
And
When you stop getting bored,
Ah,
like,
yes,
then
what is?
what?
Huh?
When you are at the end of
Your
ego
births.
and your birth, then what?
Then
you just
you
happiness,
just
you are-
imagine. It's
Yeah.
almost like you are merged into that space
yeah.
where you may have a form, you may not have a form.
Okay.
You may have a task, you may not have a task. There are many ascended masters who, in this very plane of consciousness, they were Jivan Muktas. That means during their lifespan, in their human body, they went beyond
Yeah.
to that ultimate state of being one with the divine, with the God. So they virtually became God. But my point is this, when they go to the astral plane, God may definitely at times designate such an activities to them even. That's the reason they are called ascended masters. They are even today active. 500 years ago, the saint had lived this world and left this world. And even today, that same saint can be actively involved. Buddha left this world 2,500 years back. Jesus left this world 2,000 years back. And there are many saints and sages all over our motherland, India, where they came, they lived, and they left. But don't you think they are ascended masters and they are always available? Do they ever die? No. But for others, those who are not always the ascended masters, others will merge into that state of oneness and happiness. They don't have to come down anymore. To go through these sufferings. Human body will always bring suffering. Even if God assumes a human body, he has to suffer. Whether it is Krishna or Ram, he has to suffer.
Part of the ride.
Or you become closer to, see, a normal human being like me, then next level is Guru, Babaji, so they go higher, then they become yogi. And what is after yogis?
After yogis, there is no after, because a yoga is a state of unity. If I ask you, what is after unity? You cannot conceive it. Because you know, after unity, only oneness prevails. Only truth prevails. Only God prevails. No separation prevails. No separate individual prevails. There is no individual anymore. There's a beautiful word from Buddha's teachings. He says, deeds are done. Events happen. Events happen. It could be a huge earthquake, as we recently saw in Turkey. A devastation. It's an event, a natural calamity. But it happened. Could anybody stop it? No. Sudden. Happened. So that which had to happen, happened. Events happen. Deeds are done. That's all the work that we are doing. Each one of us, every day, they're all done. Deeds are done. And all that we are doing every day, it's all done. Deeds are done. And finally, the word is beautiful. There is no individual doer thereof. It's not that you asked a question and I am the guru, I am giving you an answer. There is no questioner, disciple, there is no guru answering. These are simple things happening in its own time, space, dimension. We, through our mind, giving it tags of guru and disciple and stuff. There is no guru, there is no disciple. Yes, bring in mind, guru comes in, disciple comes in. Take the mind off, the guru and disciple merges into each other. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
It's only through the prism of mind I am seeing all these differences. And creating somebody on a higher pedestal and I am on the lower pedestal. Somebody is knowledgeable, I am not knowledgeable. Somebody is rich, I am poor. All these differences are mind created. Take your minds off. All problems are off.
Here you go.
But the mother will not allow you to do it so easily.
So,
The mother will not allow you to do that, give the mind away so easily, because then the play is off. She wants to
Yeah.
play.
of course.
It's only as long as you are with this mind, the mother can play with you. At times you are crying, at times you are happy, smiling, at times you are playing, at times you are doing so many things. And mother is doing her own task, but at the same time keeping her eyes with you and is so happy that you are playful.
The play of this universe goes on. And the time when it comes, when you have to give your mind, even that time is earmarked. When that time is earmarked, you can't bring it faster. It will come on its own accord. Patience will come on its own accord. Yearning and longing and crying and sobbing for the divine will come on its own accord. And the time is ripe. When the time ripens, the worldly desires, they gradually move to the back bench, and divine desires come to the forefront. They are as much needed as these desires. Without these worldly desires, you can never ever graduate to getting into the class where the divine designs will unfold to you. Every worldly desire that way is an essential part of your evolution of consciousness. Every egotistical part of your daily life is essential. Without that, you could have never achieved to what you are today in a spiritual world. So never look down upon your ego, never condemn your mind doing the wrong things, never curse anything that is limitedness, but see these are binding you. It's time to relax the knots. Little by little, because otherwise it will not allow you to do it. And then what will happen? After all, at the end of the day, you want to be happy. You want to sleep well. And you sleep well when you are happy. Jai Baba Loknath. Ma, ready হয়ে গেছো? Acha, we'll just sing the last song and then we'll end up. Songs. One more song and then we are done. Acha.
Jai Ma, Jaya Jaya Ma, Jai Ma, Jaya Jaya Ma, Jai Ma, Jaya Jaya Ma. Jai
So beautiful. I wish we could do whole night.
Yeah.
No, because we have these wonderful tablas.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Ram Thakur.
Baba, no problem. Food is 100% ready.
Okay.
So I don't have to.
Yeah,
We are just trying to whet our appetite.
yeah, Hare
So
Krishna.
your food
Hare
is not ready.
Krishna.
Yeah,
Your
Hare
food is
Krishna.
exciting.
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram.
She is better than me. Can we record?
Record video?
Yeah, she wants. Oh, that's so nice.
Do I? Is it recording or not? No. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. No. What do I press?
Is it? It's okay.
Jai Jai Raghupati Ram 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 Ram
the best magicians today. Gives them something. Magicians should.
Where would you like me to put? Just keep hold. Another one? Yep.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
लाल की जय। बोलो सद्गुरु महाराज की
जय।
बोलो बाबा लोकनाथ ब्रह्मचारी महाराज की जय। बोलो उमापति महादेव की
जय।
वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की
जय।
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्।
Thank you. Ah.
this environment.
See,
Too strong for
No, it's the color of consciousness. It's perfect. You didn't know it's very beautiful.
ancestors, your father, forefathers, they are making in a rich way. Like, there's a region in the midst of all kinds of so-called
The smell of the food is just
That's the story. Used to be all.
everybody should start.
They called the Danga or
it's now
Any salad discussion? No salad
if it will be like this, this is the behavior of see the way you are doing things in my life, lives of others. With me, blessings.
Thank you. I'm not sure how to stop it or and I flicked it before. I thought that was turning it on and it recorded me a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
So, oh, that's how you do it.